Hello viewers, and welcome back to our channel. Are you a man who puts a lot of effort into fulfilling the wants of other people? Do you put others' needs ahead of your own? Are you a weak and submissive man? Let's learn about the habits of weak and submissive men. Let's be clear right away. Everyone experiences times of weakness, and they are completely normal. Vulnerability may foster empathy and strengthen bonds between people. However, a guy does himself no favors by being in a state of constant submission and avoiding taking control of his life. A submitting personality is defined by giving up what they truly desire in order to appease others. In fact, they readily accept the dominance and authority of others and have a tendency to rely on others close to them to take care of their own needs. They frequently feel helpless when they adopt this stance in the face of reality. Additionally, they find it difficult to make regular decisions as they feel incompetent. They have ceded control of their will to others, giving dependency the foundation for the meaning of their life. Additionally, because of their lack of confidence, they sacrifice their own identities and ambitions in favor of serving others. Even giving their lives to help others doesn't make them happy. All they want is to be accepted and loved. In this video, we will expose the 5 everyday practices of weak, submissive men and explain why you should give them up from your life. Let's take a look. 1. Avoidance of decision-making. First of all, weak, submissive men usually want to avoid making decisions at all costs. These men frequently prefer to let others make decisions, whether it's selecting a restaurant for dinner or picking a professional route. This behavior, which was generated by a fear of rejection or conflict, typically emerges early and becomes ingrained over time. But let's face it, making decisions is like a muscle. It gets more powerful the more you use it. Making no decisions results in inaction and breeds helplessness. Start becoming more assertive by assuming responsibility for your decisions. It's time to seize the chance to make your own judgments, no matter how little they may appear. Making decisions will get easier with time, and you'll realize how liberating and powerful it is to be in charge of your own destiny. 2. Constant people-pleasing. Secondly, the submissive guy tends to have a lifelong need to please others. Although caring about other people's thoughts and opinions is admirable, the issue emerges when their approval begins to represent the value of your existence. Seeking approval from anybody other than yourself makes you a leaf that is carried by the wind of popular opinion. You lose your authenticity as a result, and let's face it, there is nothing more alluring than a man who is confident in himself and stands by his principles. Stop putting other people's happiness above your own. Recognize that you can't and shouldn't try to please everyone. Pay attention to your progress, your ideals, and your happiness. Live for yourself, rather than for other people's approval. 3. Fear of conflict. Thirdly, weak, submissive men tend to fear conflict. This isn't about promoting aggressive behavior or unnecessary confrontations. It's about having the courage to stand up for what's right and voicing your disagreement when necessary. Fear of conflict often leads to silence in situations where your voice needs to be heard. When conflict is avoided like the plague, you undermine your values, betray your self-esteem, and dismiss your right to assert your perspective. Start engaging with conflicts in a healthier way. That means standing your ground when you believe in something, expressing your feelings without aggression, and learning how to navigate disagreements. Remember, every conflict that survives is a step towards becoming a better, stronger communicator. 4. Neglect of personal development. The 4th point on the list is failing to prioritize personal growth. The importance of self-improvement is frequently undervalued by weak males. The best investment you can ever make is in yourself, whether it be by reading a book, learning a new skill, working out, or practicing mindfulness. It increases resilience, broadens your outlook, and develops self-confidence. And it is this confidence that attracts attention and respect like a magnet. Set a high priority on your own development, and don't be afraid to put in the time and effort necessary to become the best version of yourself. Push your limits, venture outside of your comfort zone, and continue to grow. Your most precious asset is you. Keep that in mind. 5. Lack of self-respect. Lack of self-respect is the final indication of a weak, submitting man. This practice frequently acts as the unifying factor among the others. If you don't respect yourself, it's all too simple to slip into habits of indecision, appeasing other people, avoiding conflict, and neglecting your own needs. Lack of regard for oneself gives the world a loud and obvious message. If I don't value myself, why should you? Start recognizing your value. Be kind and compassionate to yourself, and expect it of others. Self-respect is a process that takes time to develop. It starts with accepting your worth and refusing to let anyone, not even yourself, undermine it. Here they are, the 5 daily habits of weak and submissive guys. But keep in mind that habits may be changed, and that new ones can be formed. And now is the best time for you to take back the reins and be stronger than ever. Awareness is the first step. Then comes modest, steady adjustments. It's about refusing to be a passenger on your trip and regaining control over your life. Be aggressive, self-assured, and authentic. Let's quickly discuss what a strong man should do in certain situations. Men naturally respond to being praised and naturally establish hierarchies of honor, so you shouldn't feel guilty about receiving praise. But when you want recognition, it becomes an idol. Learn the quality to be recognized for the caliber of your work. It seldom helps to highlight and even apologize for your own shortcomings. Instead, it just brings attention to things that may not otherwise be seen. Having said that, you ought to be able to mock yourself. Typically, a self-centered guy is twice as fragile as one who criticizes oneself. Complaining just causes you to spread your pain to other people. It shows a lack of fortitude and frequently indicates a victim attitude that is wholly inappropriate for a guy who was made to rule. Men are the leaders of this world, no matter what anyone says, and leaders don't provide justifications. Owning your mistake indicates strength, since it reveals that you won't allow anything to undermine your control over your environment, even when things don't turn out the way you had hoped. If you do make a commitment, follow through on it. And despite how challenging it is, do it. You can only know what you are capable of doing if you have mastery over your surroundings. Don't commit to something if you're unsure of your ability. You need to take a step back and recalibrate if you consistently find yourself breaking commitments, since it means you don't have the control over your surroundings that you believed you had. Always promise less than you can deliver. As a general guideline, imagine that anything you want to guarantee will need 3 times as much time and money as you anticipate. Therefore, in order to be a strong man, weak guys must break all the habits and behaviors and put strength, resiliency, and confidence in their place. Because, gentlemen, your actions are the only thing separating you from the man you want to be. Choose to be the alpha male, each and every single day. And with that, we conclude our video. I truly hope you enjoyed and benefited from today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel by clicking the buttons below. You can make sure you never miss an upload by smacking the bell icon. Share this video with all of your male friends, co-workers, and family members. And if you have any of these signs, or if you want to be a stronger man, leave a comment below, along with your other thoughts. And I'll see you all again in the following one.